guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at some secrets big companies don't want you to know.
Tell me a company secret that you can share because you don't work there anymore.
If you book your hotel room through a third party like Expedia, Booking.com, or Priceline, you are already hated by the staff. They think that you're cheap and that you'll complain and they don't care about you, so they give you the worst room possible.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, so if I want to go on holiday and book like a room through like a website that will give you money off, I'm like looked at like a scumbag. Oh my god, why is that? I swear the rooms are only there because like they can't be sold, so like the hotel really needs to sell them for the night. I mean, I don't use them websites, I don't stay in hotels. If I am going somewhere, I'll usually just like book it like a week beforehand. Is that actually true? Is that not like really like classist?
Also, if you're a part of a rewards program like Marriott Rewards, Hilton Honors, and you're a chronic complainer, all of that activity that you complain about is tracked. And when you check into a hotel, you are red flagged. They already know you're a jerk and they're expecting you to complain, and then they report you, and one day you'll be kicked out of the program. So be nice.
Exactly, it's like a silent free strike system. You don't even know that you've got a strike. Whenever I go to hotels, I don't have anyone in my hotel room. It's only me and the person who's sleeping in there, which is literally just me and my best friend. I hate it whenever people have parties in their hotel rooms. I feel like an Airbnb is so much better, like an actual event, but not a hotel. Whenever I go into the hotel room, like the rooms are always trash, and I feel so bad for the person who's paying for it. You know, like they're literally gonna get charged for all of the damage done in their room. But I never knew that first one about the hotels. Like I didn't know if you booked it for a third party system, they'd basically look at you as if you're per. That seems a bit mean, doesn't it?
I used to work for PlayStation. When you have a problem with your 4, 5, pretty sure they even still service the 3s, send it in. It's worth $100. I think it might even be $150 for the 5s to get it serviced. Because if they can't fix it, you get a refurbished unit. You don't have to replace your system. You get a refurbished unit.
Wait, does that mean you basically get a brand new PS5? So if there's an issue with your PS5 and you send it off and they can't fix it, you get a new one? Oh my god, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this video because people are purposely gonna mess up their PS5 and try to get a free one. I mean, I have an Xbox I haven't used it in about 5 years. I literally used it to play Fortnite about 7 years ago in Minecraft. I've never been a PS5 guy, but you wanna know something? I might get a PS5 now.
I used to work for a very large chain bookstore that's very litigious, so we won't name them. Sheds and Royals, we'll call them.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what litigious means. I hate it whenever I watch these videos and like they use like really expertise language. I'm telling you, they're using big English words and I don't know what a single one means.
They get those big comfy chairs that they have in the building steam cleaned twice a year or so. I came in one day and was watching the guy do it, and like all this stuff was coming out of the chair as he was using this machine, and I thought it was a chemical. And I said, "That's pretty funky looking, man. What's going on here?" And he's like, "Oh, that's urine." Pardon me? He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Anytime you like go to a public place and they have all these like fabric chairs and stuff," he's like, "don't sit in them because they're usually full of piss."
I'm sorry, what? They're filled with urine? I mean, thinking about it now, whenever you go to school, the chairs and beanbags are never really clean. And in this bookstore, like, the seats were, like, really deep clean. Why is there urine in them? Are people peeing on them? I'm never going to be able to look at a bookstore in the same way ever again.
So this was probably like 6 years ago. I worked at Cabela's seasonally, and I did not know this before working there, but anything Cabela's brand, anybody can bring back in exchange for something brand new. I mean, a guy brought in like a pair of boots that were like probably 15 years old. We didn't even make that style anymore, but he got him a brand new pair.
So if you've literally got old clothes or old anything from that shop, which is like 20 years old, you can take it in, like replace it for a new one. Why don't more shops do this? Do you want to know something? Apple need to do that. Imagine you take like an old iPhone 6 in and get like a new iPhone 13. I've got a feeling that shop's gonna get rid of that real soon because people are gonna hack it. They're gonna take the full use of it.
Same with pants, shirt, believe fishing equipment, pretty much anything Cabela's brand. You bring it back in, you get one brand new.
Imagine you had a whole wardrobe of their clothes. Literally just bring in the old clothes and you get a brand new one. Yet again, why are more shops doing this? I feel like a lot of shops do, but like you don't know about it. To be fair, these are secrets about big companies that you don't know about.
I was the office manager and clinical director for over 10 years of the largest LASIK provider in the country. They had offices in over 50 states. They have since sold off to other companies, and you know how that goes. So I can give you a few tips. Number one, the surgeons and the optometrists generally do really care for the patient, so don't ever take out your frustrations on them. Number two, getting the lifetime warranty that comes with the surgeries can be very worth it for a lot of people. So definitely do pay for that if you can.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what LASIK is, so I'm gonna look it up. I just looked it up. I think it's to do with eye surgery. I mean, yeah, if you're getting something done to your eye, you probably do want like life lifetime warranty on it.
Number 3, and the biggest one, the price of the surgery is negotiable. Please walk out on the first offer. Don't ever book on that first offer. I promise you it will come down in price. They will call you when they need to book. And number 3, it's not covered by your insurance. Don't ever let them tell you it is. You do get an insurance discount, but it's all about that fancy wording that they use. It's just like selling a car.
I've noticed a lot of brands do that, like they'll use big fancy words to describe their products to try to sell you it. So basically what I'm told is that the eye people do care for you. The price is negotiable and you should definitely get like their aftercare thing. Oh my god, imagine negotiating a price for eye surgery. Imagine they're like, we need $600, and then you turn around and you're like, nah, I'll pay you $50.
Okay, I'm not really sure why Shoppers Drug Mart keeps this a secret, but at Shoppers Drug Mart, the people who work in the cosmetics department only get their commission if you purchase your product at their till. That's why they're a little bit pushy to get you to ring through at their till as opposed to the front tills. I don't know why it's a secret. They should just be able to say, hey, I don't get my commission unless you ring through my till. And I don't know about you, but if someone helps me purchase something, I want them to get the commission if they're working on commission. And Shoppers Drug Mart commission is really small, so they have to get every sale they can rung through their till. They also can get reprimanded if they don't ring through their till.
That's not just with shops like that, that's like a lot of shops. Do you ever walk into like city centres where there's like wee stalls where you can like look at makeup and a wee woman's like, oh, come with me and I'll help you get it sorted out. A lot of times they get very little money, like hour money for their job, and they'll only really get money off people buying stuff. They'll get like a small portion of it. Another big one is people who work in furniture stores, like mattress stores. I remember a few years ago I went to a furniture store. We were getting loads of stuff because we were getting rid of like the old furniture. Everyone was so beggy. They were like, oh, come with me, do you need help? I'll help you. They would come over every 5 minutes, and I think it's because they don't get a lot of money, and the only real way for them to make money is if you purchase something with them. So like, I don't know, imagine if I was like buying a couch for like £600, a lot of money. I think they get like a small amount of that. I don't know how much, but they get a bit of it. Now that I've watched that, that's actually opened my eye, and if I ever do come across someone like that who I really like, I'm absolutely going to spend a fortune with them.
I used to work in casting for film and TV and music videos and commercials, and the truth is, you can turn in the best audition ever, you can be the best actor, but that doesn't necessarily get you the part. The part goes to the person who's the best fit. Sometimes it's the worst audition, but who looked right, or they had an inherent quality about them that somebody in the room responded to. Sometimes there's a split decision where every executive has a different favorite, so they go with like the 5th choice that everyone can agree on. So keep going for it, guys.
That is very true. You know, whenever it comes to acting, you could be the best actor in the world, you could be the most attractive actor, but if you don't fit the part, you're not gonna get it. I feel like a lot of people need to understand that. Like, I've known that for a while because my friends do acting. You could literally be Jesus, like you could be the most famous person in the world, but if you're not able to play that part correctly and well, you're not gonna get it.
So I used to work at a craft and fabric store. All of the team members have these scanners that will check the price of items, but they also know of any upcoming sales. So if I were to scan a fabric, I would be able to see the current price and also the future price of that item. And you are allowed to take fabric up to the cutting counter and ask the team member if that fabric will be on sale in the future. Now, technically, they aren't allowed to tell you what that sale is, so if you're hoping for a better sale, it is a bit of a gamble. And I'm also not sure if this works on every item in the store because I was usually at the cutting counter. But it's a great tip if you're wanting to do some fabric shopping, and if you get a cool team member, they might just tell you what the sale is.
Well, next time I'm going fabric shopping, I will absolutely ask them that. I mean, you know, if you're spending lots of money, you probably want to know if you could maybe get it a bit cheaper a week later. A while ago, my mum went and got me something. I can't remember what she got me. It was like quite a big thing. Basically, I think it was like £15, but for some reason it was down to like £1 or £2. The woman who was selling my mum told her about it, and she was like, do you want to know something? Look, this is currently on sale. Or did it go like that? I think she said maybe tomorrow it goes on sale, something like that. Basically, she hinted towards it, and then my mum was able to get a load in for like loads of money off. So yeah, if you're nice to the employee, there's a high possibility they will help you. And that is why you always have to be nice to people who work in retail, or just anyone who works a job. Like, don't be a twat, be nice to them.
So I worked for Subway for 9 years, and I worked at different Subways.
Okay, we got a Subway worker. I've got a feeling we're going to be told a bit of tea. Also, I'm pretty sure a lot of fast food places will do what she's going to tell us. I mean, it depends. What is she going to say?
So all of these are all the same, even if they were owned by different people. So when you're taking the bread off of the form, sometimes a loaf or two fall. Like, sometimes it falls into the floor and they just tell you to put it on the pan and serve it.
Well, there is like the 6-second rule, isn't it, where you count from 6 to 0, and like if it's on the ground any longer than 6, you might as well serve it. I mean, you know, if it just hits the ground quickly, then then I guess it's fine. Or is it like people literally walk around with like pooey shoes on?
Onions, sometimes they fall or whatever. Pick it up and cut it and put it into the bin. And on every shift, either you or your manager were changing dates. So something that expires today, we're gonna push it back for whatever the expiration time is for that item. That way if the health department comes in, everything is in date.
So she basically just admitted that they give you out-of-date food sometimes. I mean, if it's a tiny bit out-of-date, like a day or two, I guess that's not bad. Actually, I don't know about that because bread can get blue molded really badly. Imagine you're literally eating the Subway and you bite into your 6-foot-long Subway and there's literally blue mold.
Google has an algorithm that goes through your entire resume and your entire education history and finds anyone at Google who also went to school with you or worked with you and asks every single person, what did you think of this person? And if somebody comes back and doesn't like you, you're probably not getting hired.
Wait, did he say Google does that or companies?
Google has an algorithm that goes through your entire resume.
Okay, so I think it's Google that does it. So if you ever want to go and work at Google and somebody doesn't like you, you're not getting that job. I mean, you know, there's loads of algorithms for everything. There's algorithms for YouTube, Google, TikTok. It's quite crazy how like Google will literally know so much about you. Sometimes I'll be talking about something like dogs or like food. Next thing I know, Google's giving me an ad for them. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. That is some company secrets that companies want to hide from you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a press big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.